All rise. Please be seated. All right. Good evening, everybody. We are in the 12th day of case number ZG416525518 in the child abuse and neglect trial, State of Florida versus Sonia Heitman Clementine. Today is Thursday, the 7th of December 2023. Tonight, we have 4 witnesses who are willing to testify. John Saluta's parents, Joanna and Richard, Christian Randall, and Eamon McHugh, are planning to testify against the defendant. We will begin with Joanna and Richard. May you please come to the podium? Please raise your right hands. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, we do.
Can you please state your names?
Richard Saluta.
Joanna Saluta.
Okay. Please be seated. Joanna and Richard, can you please state your date of birth and how old you currently are?
My birthday is on February 5th, 1968, and I am currently 55 years old.
And as for me, my birthday is on my 14th, 1969, and I am currently 54 years old.
Okay. Can you please explain what you have thought about the defendant since she started abusing your son, as well as the 23 other students?
We are very disgusted by the way Mrs. Clementine has been treating John and his 23 friends. He has been very traumatized by the way that this woman has been towards him. He has been crying every day when he goes to sleep, and he will never forget Mrs. Clementine's unacceptable behavior toward him.
And now thanks to this delinquent Karen, our son has been attempting to kill himself all thanks to her. John has been in the hospital fighting for his life on a ventilator for a while with because of the treatment she has given to our own freaking kid.
And not foolish she will pay the price for what she has done to our son. And if our son dies, we hope the district attorney will file a murder or manslaughter charge against her in the event that he does die.
More like hopefully the district attorney will never file a murder or manslaughter charge against me in the event that John does die, and I hope that idiot dies because he won't stop fucking crying like a baby.
Hey. Sonia, you do not ever talk to John's parents like that when they are speaking. Now be quiet and let them finish.
We just hope that this woman will pay the price for what she did to our kid. We absolutely hate Mrs. Clementine, and we will never forgive her.
Just a quick question before you go back, what punishment would you like to have the defendant receive? Would you like to see her receive the death penalty or receive life in prison?
I think that she deserves the death penalty for what she did to our son and his 23 friends. Do not spare life because all she will do is abuse more and more young people. That is all.
Thank you, Joanna and Richard. We will now hear from our third witness, Christian Randall, who plans to testify against the defendant. May you please come to the podium? Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, I do.
Can you please state your name?
Christian Vincent Randall.
Okay. Please be seated. Christian, can you please state your date of birth and how old you currently are?
My birthday is on January 18, 2006, and I am currently 17 years old.
Okay. Can you please explain what you have thought about the defendant since she started abusing these 24 students?
When I first started summer school, Mrs. Clementine was extremely abusive to me and my other friends. She would force me to drink spicy milkshakes and said I have to drink it all down, forced me to take a super duper cold shower and not caring if I freeze to death, seriously hurt me as she tried to force me to wear the wrist, stomach, and ankle monitors during my time in juvenile detention, refused to let me use the bathroom, and punched me in the face and spanked me in the butt whenever I peed or pooped on the floor. And whenever I got juvenile detention, she would force me to stay there for so many hours a day. She would give me punishments to do every Saturday and Sunday, refused to let me go home, and would not let me brush my teeth. When I had enough of this, me and the 23 other students beat her up for what she did to us. I don't understand why a stupid principal like Mrs. Clementine would be so abusive to children. As a matter of fact, I am so glad that I am graduating from high school in May so that way I can forget about the terrible memories that Mrs. Clementine made me have. In fact, if you're asking, I am pushing for you to sentence Mrs. Clementine to death because of her snotty attitude. I don't want to see this asshole sit in a jail cell for the rest of her goddamn life. That is all.
Thank you, Christian. We are now going to hear from our final witness, Eamon McHugh, who plans to testify against the defendant. May you please come to the podium? Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, I do.
Can you please state your name?
Eamon Edward McHugh.
Okay. Please be seated. Emon, can you please state your date of birth and how old you currently are?
My birthday is on April 14, 2009, and I am currently 14 years old.
Okay. Can you please explain what you have thought about the defendant since she started abusing you and your 23 friends?
I've always been against Mrs. Clementine since the start. She has always been so abusive to me, giving me several hours in juvenile detention, forcing me to drink spicy milkshakes and take freezing cold showers, refusing to let me use the bathroom, and punching me in the face and spanking me in the butt if I really had to use the bathroom. I can't stand this selfish woman's behavior, and I am glad that she is on trial for child abuse and child neglect. What did we even do to deserve this? Nothing. It's ridiculous that she had to do this to us. She does not have the right to abuse us like this. And I feel really bad that Sanya Idfali got really sick from the spicy milkshake and nearly died from the freezing cold shower. Same for John Saluta. By the way, you don't need to ask me which punishment she should get, because it's clear that I want her to receive the death penalty for what she did to me and my friends. I want this done because she has been way too abusive to us. I would like to end.
Thank you, Emon. All right. We've concluded the 12th day of the trial. We will resume on Monday, the 11th of December 2023, when Jonathan Nosgera, Mr. Bryce Bressman, M. Lopez, and Mr. Joey Hodge will testify against the defendant. Prosecutors, please bring her back to jail. Court is now dismissed.